Hello and welcome. This is Vihil Vigil, women's empowerment coach, professional development, and business focus here with day 5 of the Empoweru Bootcamp for Success, 5 days to get it all together. And I'm just so very excited to be able to wrap up the amazing work that you all have been doing and just to recognize and to celebrate all of the work that you have been completing over the course of the boot camp for success, 5 days to get it all together. And I have waited for a week so 7 additional days. So you had an opportunity to go back and to complete all of the work in the subsequent or in the prior workbooks because there is so much. And so I wanted to really make sure to give you that opportunity to be as thorough as possible for yourself to be able to move forward as we go into day 5. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to jump right into it. Okay, so we should be sharing, and then let's get this full screen. Okay, so here we go. Let's make sure we've got everything in the right places. So the Therapeutic Empowerment Empoweru Bootcamp for Success was designed and developed to ensure that you had all of the fundamental tools to help you really get organized as the year, progresses. As we start the beginning of the year, we do the Empoweru Bootcamp for Success about every 6 months. But I do the free program so you can get an idea of what we're all about here at the Empowerment Empire, and you have an opportunity to really consider the work that you know that you want to do in the upcoming year and a way to organize yourself to do it, along with a lot of different tips and tricks along the way that I will refresh for you here in the program. So let's get to our schedule. And this is day 5 workbook that I will be sharing with all of you who have registered so that you are able to wrap up all of the work that you have been working so hard to complete over the course of the previous 4 days. So let's quickly run through the schedule of what we have already done. So day 1 was all about personal empowerment mindset work, standing in your power, bragging about who you are, whether you shout it out to the world or whether you keep it to yourself. The goal really was to allow you to recognize all of your current accomplishments and what you have already accomplished and you have done for yourself thus far. Day 2, goal creation and calendaring for success by creating your lists. This is where we really started to map out what it is that you want to be accomplishing for the next year, and then when in which you wanted to get these goals accomplished. So we took lots of steps in setting your goals, talking about the level of importance for each, prioritizing each of them, and then really creating your final to-be list. We have lots of to-do lists on a consistent basis, but this was really about crafting your various to-be lists. Day 3, building your action plans, resource planning, and skills development, what it is that you needed, your step-by-step process, what tools you needed, what skills you needed, how you are really able to get all that you needed to move forward in the goals that you had identified for yourself. So day 3 was really a very full day where you had, over 25 pages of a workbook to go through, to guide you, to encourage you, and places for you to complete and really map out what it is that you want to be doing for yourself this year. Then on day 4, we talked about your support plan. We don't expect to, raise, a village, or I guess I should say, we oftentimes make the analogy where it takes a village to raise a very well-rounded child, whether that child is a person for you, or it is a business for you, or it is truly you. it takes a village to help us grow and succeed and move forward, as well as for people to support us along the way that are going to encourage us as well. So, day 4 was all about support planning. Who do you need in your life to support you? What do you need to feel supported in your journey? It was a fantastic opportunity. So, make sure that you've completed day 4. So, here we are at day 5, where we're talking all about bringing it all together, next steps, and embracing your journey ahead. Because we all know that life is truly a journey. It's not just a one and done. You don't make one plan and follow it, and that's it. It's a continuous experience, it's a continuous journey that makes shifts along the way, right? Things happen, things come up. How do we maintain, once we are sort of sidebar to take care of sorts of other things? And how do we get back on track to continue moving in that journey ahead? And that's what today is really all about. We're going to do a brief review of each of the days that we've gone through thus far. And then we'll finish off with absolute next steps, calendaring, and goal sharing. So I'm really excited about that. So the focus for today is bringing it all together. Next steps and embracing your journey ahead. You have learned so much in the previous sessions. So I just want to stop and say, congratulations on staying present in the program and for giving yourself the opportunity to live with each of the moments as you really delve into them and explore who you are for yourself, what it is that you want to be completing and accomplishing, who it is that you want to live your life as. So the opportunity to live within each of these moments is what I hope you really were able to gain over the course of the first 4 sessions of the program. So I want you to have an opportunity to reflect on the knowledge that you have gained and how you can apply it to your daily personal life and your professional life. So here are some reiterations on how to get started. Number 1, set your goals for yourself and use the action plans that you have created to achieve them. Practice mindfulness techniques to reduce stress and increase your focus. Number 3, use basic design principles to create a more functional and aesthetically pleasing living and work environment. 4, apply what you have learned to create a more positive and productive workplace culture and environment for you to accomplish the work that you have set out for yourself to do. Number 5, use open-minded thinking to solve your problems and to come up with creative solutions. Remember, nothing is a one and done, and life is always evolving, and tools are always, being developed. So what might have worked for you yesterday might not be the best tool for you to work today and moving forward. So just keep an open mind about that. And then remember, number 6, continuously learn and grow to become a better version of yourself. Remember that the key to success is really taking action on what you have learned. So keep moving forward and continue to improve yourself and your life through every obstacle and every opportunity, because they are all learning opportunities. One of the big things we like to really drive home here at the Empowerment Empire is nothing is a wasted experience. It's all a learning opportunity. So bringing it all together, start with reviewing. Make sure of course, that you have completed all of the previous sections of the day 1 through day 4 tasks, exercises, journals, and reflections. Once you have completed them all, conduct an overview of each Empoweru workbook. Look for your next steps, your goal setting, and make sure your calendars are all in sync. And we talked at great length about the types of calendars that are going to best suit you. So take a thorough inventory of all of the work that you have completed and read over again each page to mentally prepare yourself as you begin this new lifestyle. Because it's not really about just deciding on one thing that you want to accomplish, grabbing onto that, accomplishing it, and then being done with it. It's more about absorbing the experience and really learning and understanding from what you've been doing. Address your open questions. Consolidate any and all of your open questions on the following pages within this workbook for day 5. You will want to have your open questions answered as soon as possible. However, That doesn't mean that you stop moving forward on other areas of improvement and organization. It simply means that if you directly address your open questions as you move forward, you will make sure that you're bringing newfound knowledge into your process and into your journey as you continue through it. Embrace the struggle and the adjustment of change. So, in day one of the program, I asked you to stand in your power. And remember, as you move forward in developing new habits, skills, flow of work, and outside of the box creative thinking, that you are powerful enough to make it happen and that you will become stronger throughout the experience. Remember that though sometimes it might seem like a personal or a mental struggle, the important part is that you keep moving forward with graceful intention and knowing that through the process, you will find yourself growing into the person that you know you are inside. And that will take you closer to achieving your goals and the dreams that you have called out and that you have identified for yourself. So, in the following pages, as we continue to work through the day 5 workbook, I want you to really consider calling out the processes that you know will help to take you closer to growing into the person that you are inside. I want you to really stand in your power, consolidate your work, list out the amazing qualities that you know that you embody. It's so important that we reiterate these things to ourselves as powerful reminders that you are capable of achieving the great things that you so desire. And remember, goals are flexible sometimes. In the Day 2 Empower You program, you spent time identifying your list of goals and who you want to be. So ask yourself, are these goals flexible? Are they not? Some of our goals adjust and they do change with our experiences and through the process of achieving them. And that is absolutely okay. And I want you to remember that's also expected. However, who you are and who you are planning to become should really continue to grow, as does your conviction in working hard to be that person that you regularly strive to be. So, just some thoughts to consider as you progress along the journey. And remember that you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for your own personal growth, your professional growth, and as an entrepreneur or as a business owner through your business growth. So, on the space here provided below, make sure that you have downloaded the workbook. It is available on the website that you have access to as a registered attendee of the program so that you can consolidate all of your open questions from all of the previous workbooks and all the previous sessions. So, you have everything organized in one neat space. So, definitely take advantage of doing that. It will really help you when you're trying to answer all of your open questions and remembering what those open questions are. So remember that you're an amazingly capable person when you are standing in your power. So as you consolidate the workbook questions and I want you to consolidate the qualities that really make up you. The exercise is here to remind you that you are absolutely capable of completing the step, completing this program, completing the full Empower You Bootcamp for success, and that as you do, you are getting one step closer to accomplishing your goals and accomplishing your dreams. So feel free to utilize the journaling pages as you feel free to. Consolidate your skills, consolidate your questions, consolidate your goals. But remember, this is your free space. Make it yours and really write in it your thoughts as they come to you. Later on in the day 5 workbook, you'll see there's a parking lot area where, future ideas to consider can be also consolidated so that you don't lose some of the great ideas that just really pop into your mind when you're going through the all of the steps. So, as a reminder, always start with a good planner. Grab the free tools that are available to you. So, I'm going to direct you to the 2024-25 annual event planner. It is broken down in a couple of months per page so you can broadly calendar out the goals, the events, the things that you want to be doing based on the months of the year. And then as you move forward, you can look at each quarter so that you can maintain your own sense of organization. So take a look at the Empowerment Coach, Women's Empowerment Coach.us. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website, you'll see the link for the 2024-2025 planner. Download it for free. It is there for you. It will be there for you. You can download it several times and reprint it several times. It is one of the many gifts that we are giving to you here at the Empowerment Empire through the Empower You Bootcamp for Success. Okay, so now we're going to do a focused review of the days. So our day 3 review, resource planning and skills development. As you remember, it is one thing to create a great plan to accomplish your goals and your dreams. It is another to ensure you have everything you need to do so successfully. So the 31 pages that made up the day 3 Empower You workbook on resource planning and skills development was really designed to help you explore your needs in accomplishing your goals, creating a more intentionally organized life, and to help you in defining for yourself exactly what that life looks like for yourself and why. The all important why. We don't forget about that. There are 11 pages in the day 3 workbook that help you to explore the needs of your top 11 goals, your tasks or your plans that you want to be fleshing out and accomplishing in the next 6 months or in the next year. So the key is to really take an active role in the growth and the possible reshaping of how you live your daily life, along with a focus on intentional decision making, intentional planning, and intentional living. Remember, life is a journey and not simply a one and done experience. It all melds together. So be thorough and take your time when completing all of the program workbook pages and the course requests of you, but don't take too much time. Stay intentional, stay focused. So day 3 was also really about taking action. Taking your plans and breaking them down into their parts is what will help you to move the needle on accomplishing what you have set out for yourself. The goal of breaking down not only your goals, but how you adjust the way that you think about accomplishing them will add to your critical thinking and to your analytical skills. So, one of the mantras here at the Empowerment Empire is through daily small steps is how great big changes happen. And I believe this to be true on every level as we aspire to grow within and to live a great life overall. So, the day 3 workbook is also where you were introduced to the daily planner for projects, which we just talked about, another great resource from the Empowerment Empire Library. And the great tool really helps you to break down the components to the projects that you will undoubtedly be working through along your journey. But so that every successful project that you can complete, you will have a continued plan to move forward so that you know this piece of my goal is going to be accomplished in this month. And ultimately, it will lead up to accomplishing the great big goal. So small steps lead to great big changes. And don't forget that. Day 4 was all about action plans and support plans. So, with all greatly accomplished plans, you'll surely have action and support to keep you moving forward to your success. So, in day 4, we talked about what is the opportunity that you can develop for yourself to explore what you need to complete your planned actions and whom you want to be there supporting you along the way. In the pages on setting yourself up for success with action within the day 4 program, you will find suggestions for different ways to manage your time, from simple appointment calendar pages to the newly released 500-page daily power planner for women entrepreneurs. You can grab it on Amazon if you scan the code. As a part of several of the programs here, the next program coming up is the Q1 Power Planning session. You're given the book. Once you register, you are signed up and you are shipped the book as part of the package of enrolling in the program. So the reason why I created the Daily Power Planner for Women Entrepreneurs is because I really wanted something to consolidate all of my calendars and my action plans and my support plans and all of the things that I felt that I needed to successfully get me through a year with intentional grace, with focus. And it was in, our beautiful feminine style here at the Empowerment Empire. So scan the QR code, get over to Amazon, get your calendar or your daily power planner, or sign up for the Q1 power planning program that starts each Friday in the month of January. And once you register for that first session, then you and I talk and we get you registered for your own personal additional sessions so that you can be coached one-on-one with me to help you get your 2024 plan really set down, so you know what that you're doing, what you're looking to accomplish on a monthly, on a quarterly basis for the whole year, and we really break it down. So take a look at that free resource. Day 4 review also included calendaring for personal and professional success. So remember, time blocking, habit stacking, regular coaching reviews. These 3 tools are some of the most crucial to keeping a working calendar for yourself. If you do not actively engage in staying organized, the tools will do not much for your intentionally planned success if you don't use them. So take your life's success and legacy seriously and have fun with it at the same time. So set a weekly schedule to review your calendars and involve your family in the process, because it is crucial to know if you need to shift around childcare, attend a healthcare appointment for yourself or for someone in your family, to go to a school activity, or simply to make sure that you have planning time for a special dinner. It's important to know what's coming up next. Start your new schedule for success off with how you want it to look. So, as you're devising your new calendar for success, don't start by copying your old calendar. Put in your new plans, your new schedule first, and then look at your old calendar and the things that need to carry over. Find adequate places for those things to go. It's really important that you are creating specific routines for yourself. For example, the more specific you are, then rather noting, for example, morning routine in your calendar, the less likely you're going to resort back to your old behaviors. So if you want to develop a morning routine that's going to work for you moving forward, do so after about 20 days of working in the new calendar. Give yourself at least 20 days, maybe even a full month, to make sure that you have thoroughly tried to work this new schedule into your life before you start pulling in previous habits, previous ways of doing things. But I do want to caution against doing this too early. Don't subsequent your wake up at 8 a.m., make breakfast, or wake up at 5 a.m., do a workout and meditation, do, daily journaling and affirmations, making breakfast, coffee, yoga, stretching, and then get out the door. Don't consolidate that into the morning routine on your calendar until you are truly living those steps. So give yourself 20 to 30 days, I would say, no less than that. Live your new calendar for at least a week before making any adjustments from your original plan, to ensure that you're just not simply wanting to resort to old patterns, but that you truly are working hard to make the adjustments that you want to live the life that you have already decided that you want to be living. And then I always remind us to involve your community in your decisions to live a better life that is better suited for you, achieving your goals, and that you have defined as important to yourself. Share with those around you, with your partners, with your spouses, with your kids, with parents and family, colleagues. Let them know that you are working towards a better life for yourself and that you want their support in doing so. And this is what you're doing. Share that with people. The more you say it out loud, the more you own it, the more you live it, the more it becomes true for you. So let people expect more from you, and you will continue to expect more from yourself. This is why we share with those around us that we care for and who care about us, what we're doing and why. You will do great things and you will succeed in this shift because you will have the tools. You will be actively engaged in utilizing the tools. you will have the support, and you will be actively cultivating continuous support that's going to help make it all possible for you. And recall that you are committed to you. This is your life. So, how will you design it? How will you live it? And how will you prosper in it? The goal is intentional, graceful, and focused living, and let your calendar help guide you. Don't be a slave to the calendar, but utilize it as a tool to help you stay focused and moving forward along the dreams and the goals that you have already stated you want to accomplish for you. And then a quick note on, like, for example, retreats, vacations, professional development events. These three types of events typically take up to 3 days or more in and of themselves. So make sure that you're actually planning realistically travel times, packing times, unpacking times, in addition to the plans for the actual activities, so that you can make sure that you're really calendaring for the greatest of ease, for the most amount of fun and success and intentional living. And that you're not just experiencing the stress of it all, experiencing the stress of a vacation or going on a personal retreat that is designed to help you relax and focus and feel empowered. Make sure that you are taking the radical responsibility, as we have said here many times before, on preparing as much as you can so that you get the most out of these experiences that you are going to be going through. So, we talked about creating your support plan. In the Day 4 Empower You program, we moved from calendaring and action plans to support plans. And if you recall, the first two questions that I asked of you in that Day 4 workbook was, what do you need to feel supported in your journey? And who do you need in your life to support you? So the next couple of pages reminds you that what we need refers to our tools, our mindset tools, our planning tools, our action tools, along with our actual skill sets. And then who we need refers to our support group of people that we put together through our support plan development. And in the Day 4 discussion, we explored personality types of people that we want to have in our support group and different ways to categorize their roles and cultivate the ideal individuals to fill those roles. So, in this page and in the subsequent pages, which I will let you go through on your own, I ask you, who have you decided for your personal coach? As you are progressing and creating a better life for yourself, have a one-to-one person that is dedicated to supporting you. This is your personal coach. Now, also, I have to sidebar and say many of my clients will utilize my services as a personal coach, as a professional development coach, as a business coach, as a life coach in general. And then they will also have coaches that are more focused on specific areas. For example, a financial coach, which will help lead their personal and business finances down the path that they want to go down. My focus is overall planning. And then if you have specific areas that you really need to work on, like building a better financial plan, then reach out to financial coaches. They are amazing, and you will highly, highly benefit from working with them. So the next page was all about, in the Day 5 program, creating your support plan through accountability partners. So first we have coaches, and then we have accountability partners. This page, in the reminder of the Day 4 exercise, is so that you can consolidate who you wrote up that could be your potential accountability partners, and then what happened when you called them. Day 4 really, I would say, expanded on what we thought an accountability partner would look like. So if you're not quite sure and you don't remember, go back to the Day 4 workbook and really read up on what the best accountability partner would look like for you, and then move forward with this exercise. Then, of course, your champions, right? Part of your support plan, your coach, your accountability partners, and your champions. Personal champions are there to cheer you on. Consider them to be people who are leaders in your community, people you personally look up to, people who have found levels of success that you would like to experience for yourself, and they have the capacity to support you. They will be the type of a person that will say your name in a room full of opportunity when they know that you could really benefit from what somebody is looking for. And you don't have to be that for them because remember, this is like a hierarchy. They are someone who is already in a greater leadership position. They've already achieved the type of success that you are aiming to achieve. And they are willing to grab your arm and pull you up with them, sister. So those are the types of individuals you really want to try to hone in and identify to ask if they'd be willing to be your personal champion. Now, when asking someone to be your personal champion, do your homework. Make sure that you know who they are, what they have accomplished, and know why they would be great for you. Because when you meet with them, you're going to want to share those things with them that you have done your research and you have already cataloged why they would be great for you. You have written down your similarities or the things you admire about them, and you are prepared for the meeting with them. We don't want to waste people's time. So make sure every meeting that you go to, you've already done a little preparation work to help get you in the door. So spend some time thinking about personal champions. That's a tricky one. It could be really fun and extremely beneficial to you. So that was a lot of information. And I know we don't call this a boot camp for nothing. So sit with yourself for a minute and let's take time for a pause. In this pause, I want you to think about reflection. So often we do spend our time, we work, we hustle, we're planning, we're acting, we're doing the steps to make the things come true. A huge part of that is understanding why you are doing all of this. And so here at the Empowerment Empire, I like to teach about the importance of morning reflection in the form of journaling, followed by 5 to 20 affirmation recitations. Then in the evening, to follow a physical activity such as stretching, doing a workout, going on a long walk, and then following that up with gratitude and reflection journaling every day. You can absolutely do it. Consider keeping a separate journal for your morning reflections and your evening journaling to keep you organized and intentional. When you can reflect on what you wrote yesterday morning before you write this morning's work, then you can kind of keep your thoughts flowing. When you're writing in the evening, you want to reflect on what you wrote yesterday evening as you're moving into writing about tonight. And then speaking of journaling, I always recommend keeping a designated space for new ideas and thoughts such as they need to be written down for future reference. So what I like to do is I like to keep an idea book. It's typically not much bigger than the size of my phone. It's a small little black book, no lines. I can even do sketches in it, and I keep it in my purse. I keep it in my computer bag, and it's always with me. It's my idea book where if I'm in the midst of doing something or I'm talking with someone or I have an idea, I have a place to write it down. So I want to encourage you to take an opportunity over the course of the next 3 days to get yourself a morning reflection journal, an evening gratitude journal, and then a cute, fun, small little idea book. And then I wrote space here, or I provided space here in the day 5 workbook that when you get these 3 journals for yourself, you can check them off so you don't forget. Get you a morning reflection journal, an evening gratitude journal, and a new idea book. And make sure that for the morning reflections and the evening gratitude journaling times, have the intention, take the time, calendar it so that you don't forget it until it becomes routine, until it becomes part of your new habit structure. Give yourself the opportunity to grow and to reflect and to pause and think about why you're doing this, about why you want a better life for yourself and for your family and what you dream about and why you dream about these things. It reminds you that the work that goes into something like the Empower You Bootcamp for Success is all worth it because these are your whys. This is why you are wanting to create a better life for yourself and thus ultimately for your family and for your for future generations of your lineage. I also like to remind us in our pause and reflection to don't forget about your mental health exercises. There are 7 fantastic ways to improve your mental health that I have included here in the book, and I want you to just consider them for a moment. Number 1, when a stressful situation occurs or when stress creeps in, take a moment to take deep and conscious breaths. Take time for pause. Take time for you. Take an opportunity to sit with yourself and calm the situation, refocus, and then move forward. If things are getting overwhelmed or overwhelming, if it's just too much, give yourself the opportunity to pause and to recharge. Number 2, choose a regular opportunity in your calendar to meditate. Use an app, use music, whatever it is. Try it out. Give yourself 20 to 30 days. Number 3, ensure that throughout your days that you take moments to stand and to stretch, to take short walks, or even attend a group exercise class. So many of us spend so much of our time, at our desks in front of a computer, typing, writing, focused on work. Give yourself that opportunity to take breaks. This is time blocking. Don't schedule 60-minute appointments. Always schedule 45-minute appointments so you have 15 minutes to sort of regroup, to stretch, to go for a walk, to get some water, have a bio break, whatever it is that you need. But give your time to pause regularly before you're moving on to the next thing. Number 4, find simple ways to engage with others. Coffees, happy hours, grocery stores, farmer markets, take opportunities to get out and do these sorts of things for yourself. On a daily basis, listen to music that makes you happy. This is one of my most favorite ones. I'm a huge music lover of all types of genres of music. Find the type of music that makes you happy, and at least for a few minutes, for a couple of songs, listen to it every day. Intentionally infuse yourself with opportunities that make you smile. Number 6, moving right into it. Take a moment to laugh, have fun, find different fun ways to encourage laughter in your life, whether it's with your family or with your children or with your colleagues. Find a way to be silly once a day, no matter how short or how long. Just try to take that opportunity to do that. And number 7, regularly review your goals and ensure they're being realistic by making them smart. We've talked about what SMART goals are before in the past. And then there's a really small area here on this page to ask, what do you currently do to relieve your stress and find relaxation? Do you see the above mentioned 7 suggestions to improve your mental health as ones that you can and that you will incorporate into your life? Try 20 to 30 days of incorporating these 7 fantastic ways to improve your mental health and see what it does for you. And then take a moment to journal your thoughts and how you will begin to pay more attention to your own personal mental health and your well-being. Commit to it. Write an I statement. I will give the next 20 days to trying to improve my mental health. And take the opportunity to write that out for yourself. So this is a fun page I created so that you could just check your way through. I love checking off the boxes. It makes me feel super accomplished and it reminds myself that I have done it. Right? So taking action is your next step. Day 5, all about next steps and next actions. So designate 5 days in the coming week that you can take action on all of the work that you have put together through the Empoweru Bootcamp for Success. You have worked so hard, and now what you do is really take the action to see the change you wish to experience in your life. So by designating 1 day per Empoweru session and completing the steps and actions to either fully complete your work or just the steps to get you in motion, you're going to be setting yourself up for success. You're going to be taking those small steps that are going to lead you to great big action. So in the diagram on the bottom of the page, I want you to celebrate all of the small wins as you progress through day 1 through day 5. And it also is an opportunity to intentionally keep moving forward with grace and with focus. So when you go back to day 1, check off the box. Yes, I reread it thoroughly. Yes, I completed all the pages. Yes, I identified the action steps and I consolidated the necessary action steps that I need to take, either in that workbook in and of itself or in the day 5 program. Then that you completed your steps and you've identified the next ones, and that you schedule those next steps, schedule appointments with your coach, with your accountability partners, with your personal champions. You've made the calendar appointments, you've put it in all of the calendars. You have taken the next step to keep moving forward. This is just a 5-day exercise that I know you can do. Give yourself the opportunity to review each session of the Empower You Bootcamp for Success and check those babies off as you move forward. It's a fun little experience. And when you complete day 1, do a little celebration, do a little happy dance, take yourself out to dinner, do something fun. Give yourself an opportunity to celebrate your small wins, because they will encourage you. They will infuse in you motivation to keep moving forward. So give yourself the opportunity to do this. You will only benefit from it. All right, so that was a lot. That was a lot. And we don't call it the Empower You Bootcamp for nothing. Most of the work is done by you. Listen to the videos, rewatch the videos, review the workbooks, and give yourself the chance to succeed by being intentional, by moving forward with graceful intention and focus, that you are going to be accomplishing these things for yourself because this is what you said you wanted, right? And you could absolutely have what it is that you say you want. So consider all of the things that you have learned through the completion of day 5. In the space below, I want you to utilize this to journal your overarching thoughts on the experience of not only day 5, but the whole 5-day program of the Empower You Bootcamp for Success. What are your thoughts? Are you completely overwhelmed? Can you not wait to get on a call with me so that we can talk about what your specific plan looks like? Write those things out. Write out what you want tomorrow to look like, what you want next month to look like, what do you want this time next year to look like? Because you are willing to do the work and you are absolutely capable of doing so. So, a little bit about me. I am your professional development, women's empowerment business coach. And I love doing this work. I love breaking down processes for you so that you can realize that goals are possible. You just have to break them down into their smallest parts and check off all the small parts as you accomplish them, because those small steps will lead you to great big changes. In my over 20 years of experience in business finance, executive development, mentoring, program development, enterprise-wide global system implementation, what I have found truly is that when you have a roadmap to succeed, you succeed much more, timely. When you are throwing darts at a bullseye, you are much more likely to hit the bullseye than if you're just grabbing the dart and throwing it wherever. Focus, intention, goal setting, keeping your eye on the ball is what's going to help you to become that person, to continue to grow as a person, as you continue to experience this amazing life journey that we have here, and choosing to live the way in which that you want to live, accomplishing your goals and your dreams and your happiness and your success. And through collective collaboration, we all rise. Therapeutic empowerment was developed through over the course of 2 years of me personally going through a therapeutic journey to find my power again. And when I did, I knew that the world of personal development coaching and business coaching for women was my new passion. This is what I was going to be living the rest of my life doing, was infusing passion and power into women who wanted to create a life for themselves that they knew they deserved and they wanted, and they were willing to take the steps to make it so. And we just continue to grow. So I have a monthly International Women's in Business Mastermind program that's live on Facebook and LinkedIn and our YouTube channel, The Empowerment Empire. There are so many books and workshops and programs that are constantly coming out of the Empowerment Empire. Definitely keep in touch. Continue working through the Empower You Bootcamp for Success. and document your questions and find answers to the things that you want to know that are only going to make your life better. So that is a lot of work that we have just gone through for the Empower You Bootcamp for Success. It has been a great honor to have you all join me through this program. I know that you will see absolutely, truly phenomenal success if you really focus in on your intentions, hone in on your why, and really not be afraid to do the work and not be afraid to share with those around you that this is what you are doing for yourself because you want a better life, you deserve a better life, and you're willing to do the work to make it so. So, with that, all of that, I want to thank you so very much for attending the Empower You Bootcamp for Success, this once in a year opportunity to experience one of the free programs that we provide here at the Empowerment Empire, to give you an in as to how I work. Yes, I speak pretty quickly, but I can also pause and focus on what we really need to focus on. We can find those holes in the foundation and make sure to build them in a solid way so that as you grow, as your organization grows, as you grow as a person, as a profession, as a mom, as a parent, as an entrepreneur, that you have the tools that you need to move forward. And if you don't have the tools, that you're able to recognize that, identify what you think you might need, and go out and get it and ask someone, hey, I'm trying to do this, but I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Can you help me? Don't be afraid to ask for help. The greatest successful people do so by involving their village, by bringing people together to find ways that we can support one another in growing our organizations and becoming better people and becoming more happy, more intentionally focused individuals who are really living the life that we very much so see for ourselves, that person that we are deep down inside, we're able to bring her out and realize who they are because we are intentionally allowing ourselves to do so. So I hope that you have really enjoyed the course of the Empower You Bootcamp for Success. The next thing that we have coming up here is our Q1 Power Planning program. We do it every January, and then we do it every quarter. So there's an annual power plan, and then there's quarterly maintenance programs. And then if you're just not quite sure about where you can find your power again, definitely reach out to me. That is one of my specialties in working in trauma-informed coaching for women, entrepreneurs, veterans, of which I am a veteran myself, for moms, for people rebuilding their lives. It is absolutely possible. Just give yourself a chance to go through it and to see what you can do for yourself. So with that, I am Vihil Vigil, your International Women's Empowerment, Professional Development and Business Coach, public speaker, published author, and an honored guide for you here as you're working to developing this phenomenal plan for your life and helping you to find ways of accomplishing the things that you have deemed worthy in your life, that you have deemed necessary in your life, that you have deemed what you want to see for yourself. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. And if you have any questions on any of the future programs by the Empowerment Empire, definitely reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Have a wonderful rest of your day and of your journey. And I look forward to connecting with you again very soon.